In the sweltering heart of Abudu Village, where roosters gossiped louder than women, and the old baobab tree kept secrets of 7 generations, lived Bulu the small wise man. His head was shaped like a mango seed, but it carried a mind sharper than a spear tip. Even the elders, who normally looked down on young men and shorter people, respected him. Although they never admitted it out loud, they simply muttered, "That Bulu, he knows too much for his size." But not everyone appreciated Bulu's wit, especially not his wife Zaadi, the towering, muscular, unpredictable force of womanhood. Villagers claim she once beat a leopard that tried to steal her yam. Others said she once carried a donkey on her back across the flooded river. Whether these tales were true or brewed in palm wine joints didn't matter. What mattered was that Zaadi was not to be crossed. Bulu crossed her daily. One unusually dry harmattan morning, Bulu returned from the market with a suspicious item, a calabash wrapped in red cloth, tied with a black string. Zaadi narrowed her eyes. "Bulu," she said, arms folded. "What is that? Another one of your nonsense projects?" "This," Bulu said, holding the calabash like it was gold, "is a talking calabash. It holds wisdom and secrets from the gods of Mount Kiringa." Zaadi scoffed. "You and your foolish gods. If it doesn't cook food or sweep the compound, throw it away." But Bulu was stubborn. That night, he placed the calabash by their bedside, and at midnight it spoke. Its voice was soft like wind through palm leaves. "He who mocks wisdom will eat shame. He who listens will drink greatness." Zaadi sat up straight. "Bulu, what demon have you brought to this house?" "It's not a demon," Bulu whispered with excitement. "It's a spirit of truth." But from that day on, strange things began to happen. The next morning, the calabash declared, "A thief among you hides behind kindness. Beware the one who laughs too much." That day, it was discovered that the village chief's cousin, who was known for giving children sweet mangoes, had stolen 5 goats from the communal herd. The calabash was right. The next day, rain will come before the moon rises, but it will not fall from the sky. Zaadi mocked it. "How can rain come without clouds, eh?" Later that evening, the chief's wife gave birth unexpectedly. Her water broke like a flood before sundown. Bulu laughed all evening. Zaadi did not. Soon, villagers started coming to their compound. They brought kola nuts, goat meat, palm wine, seeking the calabash's words. Bulu began wearing fine wrappers and walking like a rooster with 3 wives. Even the chief visited, bowing slightly before the calabash. Zaadi grew furious. "Is it you they come for, or that silly pot you found in the market?" Bulu smiled. "They come for wisdom, but it chooses to live in my house." Zaadi's jealousy became a shadow in the compound. She stopped cooking. She let the goats eat Bulu's millet. When he complained, she threatened to boil the calabash and serve it with ogbono soup. One night, Zaadi had had enough. She waited for Bulu to sleep, tiptoed like a panther, snatched the calabash, and marched to the river bank. "Let me see if you still talk when you're swimming with catfish," she hissed. Just as she was about to hurl it into the river, the calabash shouted in a thunderous voice, "Zaadi, daughter of Okpale, throw me, and the truth will haunt you forever." Startled, she dropped it, not into the river, but on the rocks. It cracked. and from it a mist rose. Voices, wails, whispers, threads of them filled the night. Zaadi ran, her feet slapping the wet soil, her wrapper falling off in the wind. The whole village heard the cries from the river that night. By morning, the calabash was gone. Only a cracked shell remained on the rocks. And so did Bulu's fame. The villagers turned cold. The gods don't dwell with destroyers, they said. They stopped visiting. The chief stopped sending kola nuts. Bulu sat under the baobab tree, chewing dry ground nuts, staring into space. Zaadi, trying to win him back, cooked him a pot of egusi stew with snail and bushmeat. He sniffed it and said, "Wisdom may be bitter, but foolishness tastes like betrayal." She cried for 3 days. On the 4th day, a wandering prophet passed through the village. His eyes were white with blindness, but he walked like he could see what others couldn't. He came to Bulu and said, "You lost the calabash, yes, but wisdom lives in your mouth, not in a pot." Bulu looked up, eyes wide. "Say that again, old one." The prophet grinned, toothless. "Speak, and the people will hear again. Truth doesn't need a container." And with that, he vanished. Bulu stood before the villagers the next moon, bare-chested, with only a staff and his voice. He told them stories. He warned them of greed. He sang songs of forgiveness. He made them laugh, cry, think, and they listened. Even Zaadi, who now sat humbly beside him, sometimes shading his head from the sun with her big scarf. The calabash was gone. But the village had its wisdom again, and this time it could not be broken. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed our story, kindly subscribe to our channel at Folktale Stories by Judith. Don't forget to like, share, and comment.